Welcome back to LimQ Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until the sequel Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is today in 61 days. And we have one of those episodes today because I'm going through the, in my opinion, worst section of the normal 100% speedrun. We have 762 Korok seeds right now. I will briefly show you what I have planned today and why I dislike it so much, but then I'm probably mostly going to have to focus on finding those Korok seeds and why they're so annoying. Maybe it'll help some of you to find some missing Korok seeds, but yeah, basically I have all of this. This is all I have planned. It's a lot, but these are basically the final Korok seeds in the Hebra region. So this is going to be a long episode and we might make more progress than I usually, quote-unquote, like should do in a single episode, because at the end of the day we still have 61 days left and I'm probably going to be at around 87% at the end of this, but that's fine. Like I said, we can still do so many things after I'm actually done completing the map by 100%. We can do all of the shrines, we can do the Tread of the Sword, we can collect items, we can do a lot of other things, but I would like to get this part out of the way, mainly so that I can start focusing more on interesting topics to talk about and less on gameplay and focusing on finding Korok seeds. Now, some of these are easy. This rock, for example, does kind of stand out, and if you know where to look, that's not that big of a deal. The next one is also going to be more on the easy side. It's just going to be shooting some of those balloons. The ones that get tricky are the flower chases in particular. Flower chases meaning those Korok seeds where you touch a flower and then it goes all over the place, especially if the weather is like this. If I remember correctly, there's one on each tree here, so this is pretty simple. I do also have to make sure that I'm... Oh, I actually don't remember... I don't even remember them going like back and forth. But it's fine. Now again, I had a whole episode on this channel where I kind of talked about Hebra and my problems with it, specifically this weather here, and it'll be super apparent when we get closer to the Makara shrine, which is my favorite shrine of the game. It's in that cave. I did it way earlier in this playthrough. This is a nice eye-opener again, how close we are getting towards the end here. We still have some regions left. I don't think I've basically done any Korok seeds in the foothill region, which is around the beginning to Eldin, and then also around Nadra. And then again, we have to do so much extra stuff. There's going to be probably 2 episodes where I just kill Taluses or something. Because we need money. 10,000 for the last fairy fountain. That's definitely something to consider. But again, I'm going to be super happy once this section is completed and we can focus on more Tears of the Kingdom topics again. I have noticed, I will say, and I know it is what it is. Whenever I do talk about Tears of the Kingdom, and especially when it comes to like lore and theory content, and I'm not going to use this to like whine about it because I know that that's how that is. The comments definitely get a little bit more tedious to deal with. I usually don't think of the Zelda community as like a super toxic one, but I think when it comes, especially to lore stuff, people get like super invested, and it's fine. I'm pretty sure that's the case for like every game. And also probably the reason I don't really like specializing into lore and theory stuff. It's fun for me to kind of mess around with, but at the end of the day, even though I will say in these playthroughs sometimes it doesn't look that way, I focus on min-maxing and optimizing this game, playing it fast and optimal. That's what I really like about it. But yeah, the comment section has been a little bit annoying recently. A mix from German people telling me to speak German because my accent is unbearable, and I'm used to that from the main channel, but then also people accusing me of, which I've talked about multiple times, I'm gonna go over this again today, of using the art book for inspiration for my videos. I talked about crafting yesterday, which I talked about on February 19th, which was before the art book was even leaked, so I don't know where those rumors come from, but yeah, I've been a little bit annoyed at that, so I'm honestly happy to just make a good old commentated Korok hunt today. Maybe that'll get more people to the channel that just enjoy hanging out and celebrating this game and the release of Tears of the Kingdom soon. At the end of the day, this was just a little rant. This is what this channel is for, right? It's me ranting. I am super used to negative YouTube comments. I think everyone that has a successful YouTube video at one point will start ignoring YouTube comments. I'm pretty sad that I feel like negativity has been the #1 thing to do online from Twitter to YouTube. Twitch actually is probably, like, surprisingly, I know Twitch gets like into drama all the time for God knows what issues on the platform, but for like smaller or like middle of the pack streamers, I think Twitch is actually the least negative place. I'm really happy there with the really friendly community that's just passionate about speedrunning Zelda and Zelda games in general. Now, I should do a little bit of a cleanup here. Sorry for that rant. I feel like I just had to get that out of the system. That's been annoying me a little bit since yesterday, and some of these videos, I guess some of those videos hit recommended more. Also the video about me getting the game digitally, so I had to deal with some of those comments, which I guess at the end of the day, this channel is kind of like my escape from the normal Limcube channel, which I get so many positive comments there as well. I will briefly get into this. So many people telling me that they think a challenge run I've done is awesome, or they learned something new because of my tutorials, Windbomb guides, Master Sword tutorial, whatever. And that's at the end of the day why I do this stuff. But anyway, enough negativity from me. Let's get back to Hebra. It looks like it might actually clear up here, which I enjoy. So we can actually see there's this one specific Korok seed coming up, which I'm afraid of the most. And I really hope we can get that one quickly. It's one, like I already teased, one of those flower chases I just did, but much worse. Now that I'm here, and I should probably start doing this in general. I just saw a rare order. Whenever I see those, I should probably just break them, because we do need that money later. Well, that was one of the most... that was weird. I feel like I got more money from the normal ore deposit than I got from the rare one, but honestly, that's something that happens in this game. Alright, now we gotta go over here. Let's see if we can get a really good wind bomb. That does look like a really good wind bomb. We take those. There's a pretty cool section coming up here, and I'm glad that it's actually cleared up for that particular section. It's probably my favorite part in Hebra. I'm gonna try to explain it to you. The thing is, I already know this video is probably gonna be called something like my least favorite part when 100%ing Breath of the Wild, like something like that. And it's going surprisingly well. It's almost like when I focus on playing the game more, instead of explaining theories, I play better. But I mean, that would be wild. It's a wild thought. But look at this, man. Hebra, when it's clear, is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to see what this area has in store for us in Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, we haven't really gotten a good look at it. We just know that there's like a huge storm, but what has changed on the surface? I mean, that's so exciting to me. Alright, so this next section is what I want to talk about. I'm gonna try to play it as optimal as possible, as I'm also explaining it. It's gonna be a little bit harder without a mini-map. I talked about this all the time. Wind bomb directions are harder to figure out when you don't have a mini-map going. But basically the idea is this, right? There's a super long race here. So you touch this race, that's what we call these Koroks, and it gives you a super generous timer. So what you do is immediately fail. Okay, no. we don't count that. I actually did check the map, hoping that there was a good angle, and it looked fine to me, but it looked really weird how that flag just appeared on cam. Strange. Okay, again, reset the timer. Then, while the timer is going, we go over here. Grab this Korok seed. Number 1. You see, the timer is not even a quarter way done. So you probably already have an idea where this is going. Then we go over here to this cliffside. And this is the questionable part now, because if this goes perfectly, I can get even another Korok seed after the next one, but I don't really remember how to shoot here. I think you wait a tiny bit. Ah, okay, no, I messed it up. So you have to actually time it. Okay, interesting. Let's check out the timer before we decide on the next move. Okay, that's a little bit too close for me. I messed up a little bit too much. Ideally, you can even get the Korok seed up on that mountain first and then drop down here to finish the race. It's a pretty cool section. That wolf in front of me, though. Goodbye, my friends. Alright, we're actually getting there. There's like 4 or 5 more left. Wow. That was an interesting wind bomb. This one here, this rock, is what you ideally can take while that race timer is still ticking. %. Yeah, my guess is that we're getting pretty close to 78 today. 90% is approaching, and at around 96, 97 is probably when I'm gonna be, like, maybe even 98, when I'm done with the actual 100% route and I'll have to go back getting those actual locations and potential Korok seeds I've missed out of the way. That'll be an interesting hunt, which I'm probably mostly going to be doing off recording, and then just get those loose ends as I'm recording, talking about some other topics. Now that I look at this animal here, I feel like I've never actually thought or talked about potential changes in the wildlife in Tears of the Kingdom. It's actually kind of sad how the wildlife in this game is more diverse than the cast of enemies. But looks like that's going to be something that will change. Well, not necessarily change, because maybe there's even more wildlife. He was literally sitting on the rock. Not necessarily change, but like maybe they add even more wildlife. But it looks like they're at least adding some enemies and presumably also some creatures in the wildlife. Alright, I think it's... is it the next one? Is this the one? Oh, it is. Okay, thankfully it's still a little clear out. So maybe that is gonna help. I'm looking for a flower, right? Sitting on a random part of the cliff on the right here. It might actually be pretty easy to spot now. Oh, I immediately found it. That's so rare, trust me. Like if I do hundo runs, this flower has taken me like 2 minutes to find before. This is just a difference of a Hebra where you can see because it's clear. But this is on such a random location normally, just on this random side of the wall. I'm very happy to get this out of the way though. Beautiful. Alright, little cleanup here again. We got the rock circle, we got all of the Koroks during the race. And all that's left now is this area around the Makara shrine, where we also get one more hot spring location. And then Hebra is basically done. I'm very happy. Alright, but let's start by getting another one of those flower chases. This is unbelievable. Why this? I'm making this look easy, and this is another one of those flowers that I've searched for so much in runs. But the difference of a clear Hebra to a like foggy one is literally night and day. Also, for these flowers, having stamina replenishing food is an absolute game changer. I can only recommend. My audio there was a bit weird. Sometimes I'm wondering if the developers intended for you to have that food. I know you don't lose as much stamina when climbing if you don't go for those hops like I'm doing now. This is a long one as well. Damn. What? It's still not done? It's done now, right? Okay. Beautiful. Now, 3 more stops. We gotta finish this rock circle, get the hot spring, and then make it over to... close to the shrine where the final Korok of Hebra will be. Well, technically there's like 2 or 3 more on my way to the Forgotten Temple, but I don't really count those. Wow, I'm actually looking so much forward to the next like 60 days now. Also, that fox is like stuck in the snow? Does it only look like it? Wait, what? Wait, that is a fox, right? Wait, I need to investigate this more. He is kind of clipping through the ground. Okay, I guess he was just like lying down. Very interesting. Cool visual. I'm out of here, getting the hot spring. Location. There it is. The Sternida secret hot spring. It's not that secret, honestly. It's very beautiful here, actually. Okay, game. Are you gonna... Is the updraft gonna work? There we go. And now last but not least. I was gonna say that looked like an awful lineup for wind bombs. Getting this Korok seed in the corner here. I just don't know if I'm in the right corner. I know there's multiple breakable rocks here and one has a Korok behind. And it is this one. Beautiful. Very happy with this. Thank you for hanging out today. We got all of the Koroks done in Hebra, my least favorite part of the 100% speedrun normally. But because we had clear weather most of the time, this was actually super nice. I enjoyed this a lot. We will move on tomorrow to Akala again. And the Zora's Domain area. And I'm looking forward to that a lot. So thank you for watching. 60 days until Tears of the Kingdom tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.